Alright, hello everybody, and welcome back to Arknights. Sorry for the long wait to anyone who showed up early. I shared all of my stream links and then realized I forgot to share what I was streaming with it. I did it for the first link and then forgot to copy-paste. Yeah, we have a new event featuring Lapland. This is actually Classic Lapland, because I already had Classic Lapland and I haven't done the drawing for the new one yet. But I figured, why not? We've also got the celebration background, because it is currently being resold with this event, as well as the event itself being related to, I believe, Carnival or something like that. Pardon me. I had something try to go down my windpipe earlier, and it had me coughing up a storm, so my voice is, my throat's a little funky right now. But, yeah, you might have noticed the announcement. They are bringing Velvet, and that's because the event name, I Portatori dei Velluti, is Italian for the carriers of the velvet, or the velvet bearers, whatever that means. I forgot to look at the store packs before I started the stream. Probably should have done that, so I could have gotten the content and shown some of it off. Oh well. Let's check out announcements real quick. Also, hello Cryptic, glad to see you here. Been a little bit. So, we have Lapland the Decadenza. I'm assuming that means the Decadent. A new 6-star Mecha Cord caster that a lot of people are really hyped for. I don't know if it's just because it's Lapland, the crazy girl, or if she's actually super good. It sounds like she's at least really interesting to use, though, based on what I've read about her skills. Cryptic, stop pushing things off my desk. I have a messy desk. You're going to make a mess, and it's going to take forever to clean up. Hopefully my desk won't be so messy soon, because I'm moving out to a place that's not as cramped. We also have Vulpes Foglia, who is, believe it or not, the mother of another character. I will get into that later, I guess, because I don't want to get onto a tangent too soon. We have new outfits for certain characters, all mined as one for Executor the Ex-Federe, whatever that means. Diversity Oneness for Virtuosa. Il Segreto della Notte for Texas the Omertosa. We have a new, very nice looking Texas outfit that makes her actually look like Texas again. And Warm Velvet at the Corner for Warmy. I'm really interested in this outfit. That looks awesome. I love the hat. I love the blue and gold and black jacket. Looks good. Old Siracusan tailor shop. Looks homely. Crazy Carnival Cabin. That's a cabin? That almost looks more like a converted research outpost. I mean, like, half of it appears to be made of steel. Okay, in here. I don't know what we have in here. Let's find out. I'm going to guess just, yeah. We have modules, but we now have what's called specialized modules that work only in specific game modes. For example, in Integrated Strategies, attacks deal one additional instance of 100% of attack as arts damage. And I believe they are easier to unlock because of their specialized nature. I don't even remember unlocking this one. Excuse me. New voice for Virtuosa? Who? I don't think it's Cat. I think she released with the English voice.
What kind of ambiance do you prefer when you're working? Of course, my music can't directly alleviate the busy state you're in, but I'd feel terrible if it couldn't make you more comfortable. Or content.
In Virtuosa's eyes, there are no enemies, only audiences. Even in the worst battlefields, there is no warfare to her, only grandiose concerts. To any operating alongside her, beware. Do not approach her, even out of curiosity. Do not wander into her performance. I believe she is canonically a sociopath. She does not care about you, she only cares about making you feel things. Not all of them benevolent. And she has a module now. Doesn't look like too bad of a module. He has one as well that is much the same thing. He has a new voice as well. I don't know who it is. I'm pretty sure it's not the English one.
I have received the notification that fragmentation mines are forbidden in the corridors. But rest assured, Doctor, the high-voltage fencing installed on your door violates no ordinances.
Why does the Doctor have high-voltage fencing on his door? Okay, so, I mentioned Vulpes Foglia is a mother to another character in the game. She is the mother of Suzerain. You wouldn't believe Suzerain's mother is a hitman for a mafia, but she is. And I'm willing to bet Suzerain herself might not have any clue about that. I forgot to do recruitment earlier. Shoot. Well, let's get that over with.
My name is Plume.
How is everyone doing tonight, by the way?
I will be your sword and your...
Popcar from Operation Reserve Team A6 reporting in. I'm sorry my teammates are always fighting each other.
Pardon me.
Captain of Reserve
Had to turn my
Team
microphone
A6,
off for a
Fort,
second there.
Reporting in. Are you the Doctor?
While I'm making small talk, I found a YouTube earlier
Captain
today
of
that
Reserve
had me
Op
just
Team
about in
A6,
stitches.
Fort, reporting in. Are you the Doctor? I look forward
If
to
you
working
care
with you.
anything about Pokemon, or at least know enough to understand the jokes, even if you're not familiar with later generations of Pokemon, go look at all of the quizzes by Delicious James. Because, oh my word, that guy is a genius of Pokemon puns. It's like playing Jeopardy, but if all of the answers are jokes, and you're trying to figure out what the punchline is. And they're all original jokes that you've never heard before. I can't believe I've never heard of this guy before. These quizzes are brilliant.
It's quiet in here. Not
That's
afraid to
Delicious
miss the
James,
excitement
for anyone
outside.
curious. Also, I don't recall if I mentioned it yesterday. If you liked Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door, and you want more of something like that, there is the original Paper Mario, though that doesn't quite hold up as much. Or there is a fan fiction called Paper Mario: The Temple of the Sun that I've been reading that is really good and really fun to read, and I would absolutely love to play that game if it was a real game. And I'm bummed it's not. And I'm bummed that later Paper Mario games did not follow in Thousand-Year Door's footsteps. I'm actually a little torn about that. I understand why they wanted to take Paper Mario in a very paper direction, and I don't think it was a bad idea. But at the same time, I'm really, really bummed out that they made everything so paper-themed instead of just keeping it as an aesthetic thing and going with adventures like the Thousand Year Door. Because gosh dang it, the Thousand Year Door is so good. It's so good. I hope the re-release of Thousand Year Door is a sign of good things to come for the series. Because Paper Mario, while going in the paper direction, was an interesting choice and not necessarily a bad one, their execution of it was poor, and none of the games have just been quite as successful as Thousand Year Door. Super Paper Mario might have come close, I'm not sure. I was a little put off by removing the RPG elements and making it into more of like a hack and slash, but with jumping and hammering instead. I don't know. I haven't played it, but I've seen gameplay. I've read about it. It sounds like it's really good. It's just not the RPG that I wanted Paper Mario to be. Anyway, back on Arknights, we have two new characters that can be bought in the Purchase Certificates menu. We have Philae, Sargonian devotee Philae, ever seeking the answer to life upon the pilgrim's path. Her mind wanders as she watches the river flow. She does not ask where she should go next. I believe we last saw her in the Egypt-themed summer event earlier this year, with her giant Ankh-shaped shield. Primal Protector. She and the other character new here are both new subclasses entirely. Primal Protector blocks 3 enemies and can inflict elemental injury. Talent receives minus 10% elemental injury and recovers 2 SP when receiving necrosis damage. So we're going to be getting some enemies that deal necrosis damage now, rather than that it being exclusive to us. We also have max HP plus 90%, clears all elemental injury on self, and gains a protective barrier that absorbs up to 1800 elemental injury. Or, that's Blessing of the River of Life, and we have Curse of the River of Death. Wow, she really does flow down those rivers, huh? Stops attacking, max HP plus 50%. When attacked, deals 200% of attack as arts damage to surrounding ground enemies, and an additional 25% of attack as necrosis damage. Can only trigger once every 2 seconds. If elemental injury is received while skill is active, attack plus 100% until this skill ends. Goodness. That actually sounds really good. And we also have Contrail. Flying adventurer Contrail, who dreams of soaring across the lands of Terra alongside flocks of foul beasts. She keeps her head raised, no longer afraid of the storm. She is a Sky Ranger. After taking off, can block 2 flying enemies. She is the first character in the entire game after all these years that can block flying enemies. Talent gains plus 10% defense while on the ground, while attacking enemies after taking off increases attack to 110%. Skills: Emergency Takeoff. After deployment, immediately takes off. Attack range expands, attack plus 80%, and gains 60% physical dodge. Takeoff. Cannot block ground enemies and will not be attacked by them. Can block flying enemies. She essentially becomes our first permanently airborne character, though she's not actually permanent, so it's only 40 seconds for this one. But still, that's 40 seconds of time that she can block air units and avoid ground units, which is an interesting dynamic, because usually you want to block the ground units and you want anti-air for air units. Sky Swoop Shot is her second skill. Takes off, attack range expands, attack plus 90%. Attacks 2 enemies at once, plus 1 additional flying enemy, so she attacks ground and flying enemies here, I guess. When hitting flying enemies, it slows them for 1.5 seconds. And that lasts for 30 seconds. So while she does not block ground enemies while she's taking off, she can still attack them. So she is quite literally the polar opposite of current anti-air units. Instead of being ground-bound and attacking airborne units, she is airbound and attacking ground units, though both can attack the other type of unit as well. I don't know if she's required to be placed on... It says melee, so I assume she's placed on melee tiles rather than on high ground tiles. But I don't know for sure. So yeah, that's awesome. Looking forward to trying them out, though that might not happen today. We have our limited characters. Classic W, Rosmontis, Scotty the Corrupting Heart, Neural the Radiant Knight, with her ability to completely ignore the deployment limit. Very handy. Texas the Omertosa, one of the overall best units in the game. She can turn the tide of battle very quickly simply by focusing on that one troublesome unit that just won't go down. Mulsis, one of the best vanguards in the game for her cloning skills. Virtuosa takes a bit of talent to use correctly. And we have our new characters. Figurino, who I know nothing about. Let's see. Lucino, a young Siracusan tailor, wants to become a different kind of somebody. He's just starting to learn to make himself a decent suit. He's fast redeploy and crowd control. Merchant, specifically, has reduced redeployment time, but DP cost is not refunded upon retreating. While deployed, 3 DP are consumed every 3 seconds. Automatically retreats without sufficient DP. I have merchants. This is not a new subclass. It's just a somewhat rare one. Lee is a 6-star merchant, and as well as Swire's alternate form. I do not use merchants often, but they do have their place. The whole deal is that as long as you have good Vanguard support, or you release them last, merchants are not that bad at all. And in fact, actually now that I think about it, Jay is also a merchant, and he's a very good one for a 4-star. He's a good substitute if you don't have a good fast redeploy, or if you need some fast redeploy silencing skills. Let's see, deals 20% damage when attacking, and plus 20% damage when attacking enemies that are not blocked by this unit, or plus 30 with his module. His module also reduces his DP cost by 2. We have skills, attack range plus 1, attack plus 60%, unlimited duration. Interesting. That's a cheap skill, but not necessarily a bad one. That's a lot of damage coming from him, actually. He's already got 836 attack power at full strength. Lockstitch. Stops attacking, binds up to 4 enemies within range, and deals 160% of attack as physical damage to bound enemies every second. When skill is active, gradually consumes 25 DP. That's a lot of DP. Oh, but it gradually consumes it, so up to a maximum of 25 DP is lost on using this skill. I was thinking 25 every second, and I was like, wow, that's kind of awful. Nah, 25 over the course of 8 seconds. But you can bind up to 4 enemies and deal physical damage to them every second. Probably for the full 8 seconds, which is really good if you also use other units in conjunction with him to deal extra damage to those bound enemies. Not bad at all, Figurino. We have Vulpes Foglia, the mother. Former Familia assassin, Vulpes Foglia, now a Vanguard operator, has just completed a task she had to see through. She's missed out on too much rest. She deserves a long vacation. She's a classic pioneer type, the original type of Vanguard. After dealing damage to an enemy for the first time, Vulpes Foglia deals an additional 30% of attack as arts damage whenever she deals damage to this enemy during the next 10 seconds. And natural DP regeneration rate plus 10% while on the field. If Vulpus Foglia does not take damage for 4 seconds, it recovers 4% of max HP every second. That's really good. She improves the DP regen rate. Skills. Discreet Discipline. The next attack deals an additional 290% of attack as arts damage and gains 1 DP. 1 DP is not much, but she can store 3 charges of it. And it doesn't take long to charge. So, combine that with Accelerando, and you might be earning 2 or 3 DP every second or 2 instead of just 1. Damoclean Interrogation. Immediately gains 7 DP, deals 300% attack as arts damage to up to 6 surrounding enemies, and slows them for 5 seconds. If an enemy is already slowed, then stuns them for 5 seconds. Can store 2 charges. Much longer charging time, and 7 DP is really not much for a skill use, but that does sound like a really powerful skill. Lastly, La Volpe Nascosta. When skill is activated, gains 9 DP immediately, attack range plus 1, attack plus 110%, attack speed gradually reduces from plus 180 to plus 0. Attacks all blocked enemies, and each attack can stun the enemy for 0.2 seconds. If an enemy is defeated with the skill, the operator gains camouflage when the skill ends. The camouflage lasts until the next time this skill is activated. That also sounds really powerful if you know how to use it right, although, again, 9 DP is not a ton for a move like that, though maybe I've just been spoiled by some of my other units. She does sound very good as Vanguard, though. Lastly, Lapland the Decadenza. Caster Operator Lapland has just closed the curtains on a grand performance. Be it in the city or out in the wilds, once the show begins, she will not abide any half-hearted performances. Mecha Cord Caster controls a drone that deals arts damage. When the drone attacks the same enemy, its damage will increase up to 110% of the operator's attack. I forgot, we also have her module, which it changes the description for some reason. Attack with drones to deal arts damage. Sounds much the same as controls a drone that deals arts damage. Though maybe the deal is the key. A drone versus with drones. Drone deals more damage when it attacks the same enemy again. We also have every 20 seconds on the field, drones gain one of the following effects in order. Max drone damage plus 10%, disables enemies' special abilities for 2 seconds when dealing damage to them, and plus 1 drone. When this unit is in the squad, all Siracusa operators gain plus 5 initial SP, and with the module, and plus 10 attack speed after first skill activation. So Lapland might be the first Mecha Cord caster able to release multiple drones. Then again, I think actually Golden Glow can do that as well, though not quite in the same manner as Lapland here can. We have Lament of the Apathetic. Passive effect, drone plus 1. Active effect, can switch between the default state and the following state. Attack plus 35%, releases drones to lock and attack non-mobile enemies across the entire battlefield. Searching for a new target if the enemy moves or is defeated. So, you could place her on the opposite end of the map and use this skill to attack enemies blocked by defenders, for example. Hurricane Chase. Drone plus 3. Attack range expands, attack plus 120%, releases drones to lock and attack random enemies. When drones attack, they have a 10% chance to inflict fear for 1 second. When the drone's locked on target is defeated, they will search for a new one. When the skill ends, they return to the operator. And we have Finale Catastrophe. Drone plus 2, attack plus 80%. Releases special drones that scatter across the entire battlefield and chase the closest enemy to them. Upon reaching their target, inflicts fear for 3 seconds, locks the target, and attacks it. Enemies around the drones have minus 50% movement speed and take 120% of attack as arts damage every second. Does not stack. As for 40 seconds, goodness. When the drone's locked-on target is defeated, they will search for a new one. When the skill ends, they return to the operator. Almost forgot to look at Vulpes Foglia's badge here. Gains plus 8% attack and defense while blocking enemies, and deals an additional 40% of attack as arts damage whenever she deals damage to this enemy during the next 10 seconds. Relating to an enemy, excuse me, she has just attacked for the first time. These are powerful units, people. If you're new to the game, these are some really, really good options to get. Now we have the outfit store, and I absolutely want this one. This looks great, and I'm eager to try it out. Is that supposed to be Emperor? But like a weirdly party animal version of him? I just noticed, I forget her name. The singer girl. The first one, the bard girl. I don't remember her name, but yeah, there she is. A form-fitting combination of tailored clothes and exquisite accessories, displaying one's status without drawing too much attention. Comes with a VIP Carnival invitation and 2 mini balloons. 2 mini balloons, huh? Yes, can I buy this suit? Oh yes, do you have any room for 90 balloons in your truck? What? And she has a sweet cane, too. Wormy looks adorable here. Winter new arrivals, warm velvet at the corner, a warm coat, both thick and lightweight, winter boots for icy, snow-laden roads, and a white knit cap complete with a bright bow. Proof you don't have to sacrifice warmth for cuteness. I mean, her legs are probably freezing, but alright. Virtuosa gets a new, slightly more generic-looking cello with this one. It does look very nice, though. Is she Snow White now? Why is she the one getting the special animation for her outfit? Is she a main character of the story? Diversity oneness. A possibility derived from when Virtuosa connected to the law. Emotions link together the hearts of all. The performer who once plucked at their heartstrings is now no more than a voice in the chorus. So I guess this represents Virtuosa's heel face turn? She's officially a good person now? Or something? Sociopathy cured? I don't know. Also, check out the... Is it MC Escher that made the illusion art? MC Escher stairs? I guess? And last but not least, Executor, who happens to be, I believe, her brother or cousin. Oh, I'm out of Prime. Oh well, I don't use him much anyway. I'll get it on my own time, I guess. All Mind as One, a possibility derived from when Executor connected to the law. The fact that the law is capitalized, I'm assuming... Okay, so maybe it doesn't mean that she's necessarily turned over a new leaf. I'm guessing the law is a specific thing, rather than just, like, the local laws of the land or the police. And this is more like, these are alternate reality possibilities of these characters that they have seen. With this version of Virtuosa being a lot less influential. Connected consciousnesses tend towards unity, all to achieve one goal. Exequi, exequi, exequi. I don't know what that means. Looks good, though. What packs have we got? The Ambient Synesthesia 2025 gift pack. Which I do want. It's only $1. We also have Ducklord's Change Purse and Vulpus Foglia's Briefcase for extra LMD. Rhodes Islet Headhunting Pack, which allows you to select a 6-star operator of your choice from all past standard headhunting pools up to and including Like Ending Like Death. Does not include operators already in the Colonel headhunting pool. These, granted I already have all of them, but these are all of the operators you can pick from. You can pick any of these characters. My personal recommendations would be Dagonbreaker, Hoderer, Ascalon, I think her name was? I forget her name, but she might be a good one. Horn, Typhon, was that her name? She might be good as well. I didn't notice Inez was on here. Inez is a fantastic one. And Monar. Those are my recommendations if you're going to get this pack. Just based on my own personal experiences with these characters. Pazamka is a really good one as well, but she's you gotta know how to use her correctly. She's a little bit niche. Same goes for Dorothy. We have the Carnival pack. Lots of Originator Prime and 10-roll headhunting permits. Party All Night pack. And we have our first top operator transfer permit for Colonel operators, which is the classic 6-star operators, of which I also have all of them. Let's see, AF Yala is a really good one. KB is a really good one. Nightingale is an incredible one. Gosh dang, Nightingale can really save your butt in some things. Mostly just some things, but still. Calcit is very good. Mostrama's good if you know how to use her. Saria is very good. Saga is amazing. Surtur is the original boss killer and still holds up to this day. Phantom is just a little bit underrated, I think. Just a bit. Mudrock can really save your butt in a pinch when you need a distraction or a good wall to just hang out. And Ifrit is, by miles, to this day, the best blast caster in the game. And then we have much more of the standard fare here. Cool! That is all of that. Forgot to look at the furniture store. Hold on, let me get the tailor shop. And the Carnival Cabin. I forgot to read the descriptions of these. A conceptual room recreating the Carnival atmosphere aboard a cargo landship, based on Lapland's account. You're planning to throw a carnival? Ha! Without me, it's bound to be dull. I don't know how well I did that accent, and I forgot to read the description for the Syracuse tailor shop. Too late now. Oh well. Okay, that's enough of the store and character readings and all of that jazz. I've been at this for, what, 45 minutes, and I haven't actually gotten into gameplay? So I'm going to do this quick, and then it's time for the character draw at last.
It's quiet in here.
I just realized there's some announcements I forgot to send out. Give me a moment.
Resources received.
Sorry for yet more delays, everyone. Alright, back to the stream. It's time for character draws. I used up a lot of them on the last event, and that was quite recently. So let's see, can I get lucky this time around? And get all of our new— What? Hold on.
Quanto tempo? Oh no, did my weapon take your seat on the sofa? A pity I was here first. What happened on the carnival stage, you ask? Why so curious?
I had such bad luck on the last one, and then this one, my first free draw of the event gets me the limited op. Heck yeah! Now the question is, how many more draws am I gonna have to do to get Vulpes Foglia and, Figurino? By the way, Virtuoso, Mulcis, and Texas the Omertosa are the 3 6-star characters that you are second most likely to get after these two. With Mulcis and Texas both being incredible and Virtuoso being a little bit technical. Boy, that was a great draw, though. Alright, time to use the free 10 draw? What are we gonna get from this? Oh. All the way at the end. Oh my gosh, is this gonna be a perfect run here?
Reporting in! You must be the doctor.
Hello, Myrtle.
Call me Myrtle. Myrtle of Durin. Durin said I could get a job here, so what have you got for me? I may be small, but I'm tough.
I wonder, because she is a Durin, but the way she introduces herself suggests that Durin is a place rather than a type of people. So I have to wonder if when Myrtle was created and introduced into the game, they were considering on saying Durin was a place instead of a specific species. For anyone who doesn't know, the Durin is the name of the dwarves in the Arknights universe.
만나서 반가워, 박사. 신입 오퍼레이터 제키라고 해. 저는 Good day.
So many 4 stars. This is good.
Hello, I'm Hayes. I like relaxing work environments. And an employer. Cutter.
Like, this is a really good drawing, because just simply by merit of so many 4 stars.
Hope. I'm Deep Color, a painter. Yes? I'm Lava, a caster.
Here to join you simply because I'm bored and want something to do. But I heard my sword.
Good day. Please call me.
Quanto tempo?
Okay, Lapland
Oh,
clone.
no,
Unfortunately, I did not get both of our new 6 stars in
I
the
pity
first
I was
11
here
draws.
first.
Unfortunately.
What happened on the carnival stage, you ask?
But Lava was the only unit below 4 stars that we got in all 10 of these. And I got a duplicate of the limited character. What a draw! And I have 3 10 rolls I can use. We got a 5 stars of the new guy. Also, all the way at the back.
Attention! I am Doberman, former military instructor for
I know
the
it doesn't make any
Bolivarian
sense,
Armed
but the
Forces.
fact that her
Now let's cut
whip
to the chase.
starts
Hand
out
over the
blue
list
and then
of
turns
operators
black.
in need of training.
Am I the only one that kind of looks like she's pulling her whip out of some kind of whip sleeve?
Pleased to meet you, Doctor. This is for you. It's a specimen box made from gemstones I collected. Lapis lazuli, turquoise, plum tourmaline, chalcedony.
Chestnut is one of the most underwhelming characters in the game. I was really happy to have a 4-star wandering medic when he was released, because at the time, the only wandering medic in the game, I believe... Well, I think there were 2, but I only had 1, and I was having a really hard time getting the other one. And then they released Chestnut, and I was like, oh, sweet, this will make up for it. It doesn't. Chestnut is kind of terrible, actually.
My
And I feel bad, because he seems like a really nice
I know I
guy.
didn't do very well on my assessment, but I'll still do my... Hi! I'm Cruz.
Cutter. Just an ordinary mercenary. I have neuropathy, so I'm looking to trade my skills for treatment.
Yes, yes.
Hola, Doctor.
Is it normal to get
My
this many
name's
4
Alia.
stars in a 10 draw?
Sorry.
Am I stupid?
I mean, Indigo.
It has been a little bit.
I used to be a
Not
lighthouse keeper.
long, only like a week or 2, but
I am Ansel.
that's
a
long enough
medical
for me to forget
intern.
what the patterns are like.
I'll be assisting with surgery
When I don't
and
normally pay
internal
attention to them in the
medicine,
first place.
among other things. For male, Hunter, you won't regret giving me work.
This is where I report in,
Hey!
right? Sorry I came without getting changed first. Oh, I don't need to do that. Thank goodness, I feel more comfortable in familiar clothes.
I have to wonder what's up with the red eyeshadow and what looks to be several beads in his hair. This guy looks great. This art is fantastic, but oh my gosh, dude, your outfit is quite literally a mess. Okay, so we got the new 5-star. Now we just need Vulpus Foglia. Nope. We got Warmy this time.
Attention! I am Doberman, former military instructor for the Bolivarian Armed Forces. Now let's cut.
Where am I?
Following the guidance of the Arcana, our paths have finally converged.
Not having much luck here. Of course, these are single draws,
Nice to meet you, Doctor.
so my chances
I'm
of
Lena,
getting
the perfumer.
a 6-star
Interesting job, right?
are not as high simply by merit of I'm only collecting 1 instead of 10 all at once.
Hey, oh hey, boss. Oh, I'm Jay. Officer Hashiguma said I'd be better off working here, so here I am. I know seafood, I can cook, Oh, and I'm pretty good with a knife. I think I can help.
Jay is just totally me. But, like, specifically when I don't know what I'm doing. Just like, alright man, whatever. I guess this is what's happening now.
Ally, I salute you in true Snow Realm fashion. My code name is Matterhorn, and I am one of the guards dispatched here by Master Silverash.
I wish I could be like this guy. So another point I almost forgot about. We also have a new skin for Susuro that you can get by logging in for 6 days of this event. Looks pretty good. And of course, there is Merry Carnival Lucky Wall. You can get free draw materials from this. Okay, and there's no more free 10 draws, so I guess I will just keep drawing. You do get a free draw every day, of course, but why not keep going? At the back again, but there's also a 5-star here at number 2.
My esteemed customer. Happiness is at arm's reach.
Shu brought me here to
Grain
hang.
buds.
I think I wrote my name on a document she was supposed to sign. She said it was fine though. Now that I've signed it, I get to come here to hang out all the time.
I wonder if she knows why she's here.
I'm Melantha.
Popcar from Operation Reserve Team A6 reporting in. I'm sorry.
I'm Melantha.
Now the bright side is, if I do enough draws and still can't get the character, I can just go and buy them with these things that I keep collecting.
Hello, I'm Hayes. I like relaxing work environments and an employer.
Hello, I'm Myrrh, an herbalist. Dr. Calcit gave me this title. She said myrrh symbolizes the ephemeral.
This is Intern Hibiscus. From now on, I'll be in charge of managing yours and every operator's health at Road.
Who'd we get?
You must be Rhodes Island's commander.
Shylock?
Operator Sila, reporting in.
Shylock? Is that how it is? I don't know Gaelic. 57. I think I need 300 of those to buy the character. Yeah. So that isn't gonna be easy. But let's do this quick. Goodness. So many. If only I wasn't already sold out of this one. 6 days until reset, though. Doing it again. We got our new guy again. That's good. Come on. So many draw materials going down the drain right before I move out of this house and start spending a lot more money just staying in a new place. This is like the one time I didn't need bad luck. Had great luck on the first couple draws. Really impressive. But Vulpus Foglia is eluding me. At the back again, albeit number 9 instead of number 10. Oh, the suspense.
To assist Miss Chen and follow all your orders.
Well, Shirayuki's always nice to see. Very cool character design.
Hi, my name is Gray. I'm kind of an
Gray is
electrician.
adorable?
Popcar from Operation Reserve Team A6 reporting
I don't know
in.
why, but I can't stand that color of magenta.
Teammates are all...
Vermeil, Hunter, you won't regret giving me work.
There's something about Vermeil I don't know, I don't like,
a
but I don't know what it
geology
is.
scholar and caster reporting in. I work 8 hours
Other than the
each
fact
day.
that she seems
Make
really
me work
basic.
anymore?
Attention! I am Doberman, former military instructor for the Bolivarian Armed Forces. Now let's cut to the chase. Hand over the list of operators in need of training.
I will never get over how much Doberman sounds like her voice actress doesn't actually know how to be that assertive. Like, she doesn't sound like a military drill instructor. She sounds like a sweet mother trying to pretend to be a military drill instructor.
Show me your brightest smile, my esteemed customer. Happiness is at arm's reach.
Popcar from Operation Reserve Team A6 reporting in. I'm sorry, my teammates.
So,
We have Vulpus
you must be the
Foglia.
incredible Dr.
Mother
Lisa
has come
always
home.
mentions in her letters. I've been curious to know what you look like. And here you are. Which reminds me, could you update me on Lisa's studies, if you have the time?
Cool. We got them all. Let's take a look at all of this. It's a shame I don't really use these characters enough to warrant the extra tokens, but oh well, a duplicate is always nice. Let's focus on Lapland first. DP cost -1, that's nice. Lapland, unemployed, the only daughter of Alberto Saluzzo, patriarch of the Siracusan Familia Saluzzo. She is currently separated from her family. Lapland excels in solo combat and often assists Rhodes Island in tactical arts assaults and elimination operations. No special outfits here, she is brand spanking new. I have to wonder what's up with Lapland and her obsession with swords that have absurdly large guards on them. But wait, that looks like a staff. It's both. Excuse me. It's a pair of swords that combine together to create a staff. Whoops. Always want to mark them. Now, we don't know much about Vulpus Foglia, so let's read about her here. Combat experience 25 years. Race Vulpo. Medical tests have confirmed that no infection is present. Excellent physical strength and mobility, standard resilience and acumen, outstanding combat skill, and standard arts assimilation. Ingrid is her real name. Ingrid, mother of Operator Suzerain and former core member of Familia Venezia, one of the Dodicia Familiae of Siracusa. A veteran assassin who excels in elimination and raid missions, she has separated herself from her familia for various reasons. Now works on the Rhodes Island landship as an operator under the codename Vulpus Foglia. Very nice. Already marked that one. And how about this guy? No combat experience, despite being from Siracusa. Everything is standard or normal. I don't know the difference. Operator Figurino, real name Lucino de Montano, is the current owner of the famous Taylor de Montano shop in Siracusa. The Siracusa branch sent him to Rhodes Island on an exchange tour. During his stay on the ship, he was temporarily assigned to the logistics department to provide various types of support to Rhodes Island. It says he's the owner of the shop in Siracusa, but the Siracusa branch sent him here. Doesn't that mean he sent himself? Or is just nobody allowed to be their own boss? Excuse me. Also, how is he the owner of a famous tailor shop in Siracusa if he's never been involved in the gang wars of Siracusa and doesn't know how to make his own tailored suit? Well, let's see what... Oh yeah, I forgot I got him twice. Let's see, what do I have for leveling up? I should open these. Senior operators. Will not work on our new guy. Accelerated promotion to Elite 2. So I'll want to use that on Lapland for sure.
Are you trying to placate me? Or do you think the game isn't fun enough? I just can't see through you. No wonder I find your trust so entertaining.
Is she breaking the fourth wall with this one? The game isn't fun enough? Well, I have 2 of these, and I can use one on him, so I might as well.
Does the second promotion mean I can finally take charge on my own?
I think he likes being in charge, fellas. And of course, we got updated Lapland. So do we want to bring out Vopus Foglia? Or Lapland's altar? Lapland covers nearly everything, it seems, so despite being the main star, I'm gonna go with Vopus Foglia.
Have someone else handle the paperwork and filing. But if you need anyone dealt with or protected, just give me the list of names. I'll take care of them.
Cool. Alright, she's been leveled up. Let's check out what voice lines we missed.
The Familia, the government, Signora Sicilia. Everybody has proved their own theories for their own gain. But how is a new city enough? What they want is a brand new country. And me? I want to see all of their wishes come true. All of them!
She's really kooky. And what does she say with battle records?
Ugh, what a bore.
Right. Of course, level all these up to maximum. Let's test this out. Whoops. And now, what do you say?
Once upon a time, I wanted to join the ranks of Siracusans worthies. But Nana only taught me how to hold a ruler and a pair of scissors. Still, with nothing but these two tools, he managed to win the respect of so many such worthies. There's still a lot for me to learn. And for now, I want to start with a new suit of clothes.
I'm guessing the worthies are the mafia families? The ones in charge? Dunno.
Can't be any harder than learning to tailor.
Dunno, depends on your talents. And now let's level up Vulpus Foglia manually.
It's not often I see recordings of myself. I fought my battles in quiet alleyways, with no witnesses.
What?
It's not often I see recordings of myself. I fought my battles in quiet alleyways, with no witnesses.
Dark. Aww. Stainless, can you help out here?
I appreciate the recognition, but this means those after the bounty on my head will come looking for Rhodes Island. You are not worried?
But if nobody knows about your promotion, why would we be worried? Also, that's a cool tie.
It's not often I see recordings of myself. I fought my battles in quiet
Can I make
alleyways,
these?
with no witnesses.
Ah, I can only make 2. Looks like I have a little bit of grinding to do in my off time. Or something of that nature. Anyway, cool. That was a lot. I've been at this for roughly an hour now. And I haven't even actually, just over an hour. And I haven't even gotten into the actual gameplay yet. Let's get into it. Hold on a minute. We have a cutscene.
I kept you waiting, huh?
Did you miss me, Siracusa? Come, come down with me.
I know it's a translation thing, but her mouth movements did not match the English words. But hey, at least we got vocals for once. Texas trying to get away from Lapland. She's somehow okay. Ah, was that another assassin? I have no idea what's going on.
To the carnival.
Those mouth animations matched up a little better. Very cool, though. We haven't had spoken lines in one of those before that I'm aware of. It's usually just a music video. Very fun. Also, I love this menu music, and I'm mad I can't have it on my main menu. On my main menu. Is this samba? Mixed in with an accordion? Gotta love a good accordion, though. Alright. So with this event, there's one more character I don't have yet that we will be getting, and you can see her peeking out in the corner over here. Who is that, you might wonder? That is Crown Slayer, the very first actual boss of the game, if I recall. Like, the first one. She's the first, like, elite enemy we encounter in the entire game. And she's finally going to become a playable character. Another fast redeploy, 6-star. Specialist Operator Crown Slayer, Bane of Tyrants, Sword of Vengeance. The crown-slaying blade stays hidden. She is apparently not as good as Texas the Omertosa, unfortunately, though I suppose that's to be expected. A lot of people are worried she's not that good at all, and I kind of understand why, but I do think she has her merits. Creates a smoke cloud around herself while skill is active. Ground enemies within the cloud have minus 25% physical and arts hit rate. Deals 20% more physical damage to ground enemies that has not yet dealt damage to her. Which, that's a weird one, because she only has one block. So, and her whole deal is hiding from them, so... Well, I guess if they miss, then they haven't dealt damage to her yet, but it's still... there's a weird balance there. There's a little bit of RNG. We have Smoke and Mirrors. After deployment, attack plus 100% and gain 50% physical and arts dodge. Not bad. I think that's perfectly fine. Though it kind of sounds like a slightly worse version of what the 5-star Project Red already has. Smoke Bomb Blast. After deployment, stops attacking for 8 seconds, less likely to be attacked by enemies. Talent 1's physical and arts hit rate reduction effect on ground enemies increases to 2.5 times, which I think means 45%. When the skill ends, deals 500% of attack as physical damage to all ground enemies within the smoke. That's a lot. 500%? That's like 2,000 something damage. Albeit physical damage. And Smokescreen Execution. After deployment, Talent 1's range expands. Crown Slayer disappears within the smoke, gaining invisibility, and her block becomes 0. Every 2 seconds, she will appear and deal 250% of attack as physical damage twice to a ground enemy within the smoke and stun them for 4 seconds. A single target can only be targeted once every 6 seconds. So she will change her targets now and then. I think that move sounds really interesting. And it lasts for 16 seconds. So that is 8 units, up to 8 units that she can attack with this. Or I think up to 3 if she manages to attack the same 3 somehow. Though I don't think she could. No, she totally could. So I don't think Crown Slayer's too bad, especially if you don't have Project Red. But I don't know. The only way to really find out is to use her, and I do not have her unlocked yet. Now, as much as I really want to play through the story, I don't know if I will. I've got a lot on my plate over the next couple of weeks, and I want to be able to make time for all of it. So once again, I might just have to skip the story. That said, I don't even know if the story is going to have much to do with the Siracusan Familia. So it might not be as interesting as I would like it to be. It might literally just be a stage performance that involves Texas and Lapland. The Urban Management Act of Nova Vocini is hereby passed into law. Welcome to a new era for Siracusa citizens. I guess it is in Siracusa, at least. Here's some dudes in beautiful suits and masks. Nova Vocini prepares for the Carnival to celebrate its first anniversary. While City Hall releases a promotional video and citizens prepare masks and costumes, Mayor-elect Leontuso is caught in a car accident. Okay, never mind. This absolutely has to do with Siracusa. Though this sounds like a pretty descriptive summary here. Who's Leontuso again? Secret weapon caches have been opened by the Dawn's orders. Guns, bombs, staves, crossbows, everything is fair game. Keep your mask on. Nobody cares who's behind the mask, which familia they're from. Nothing you do will be punished. Carnival, Siracusa's greatest festival. cut down our foes, all the familiae that oppose us will be swept aside. Nothing shall stand in our way in Siracusa. What about the officials of the city hall? They're even worse than the other familiae, those slugs that keep babbling about their lofty ideals. The courthouse is right there behind us. They can sit and watch in that proud white tower of theirs, or get a crossbow bolt in their throat if they don't behave. It's the smell of blood just waiting for a chance to spill. Tonight there is no Grey Hall, there are no laws, no rules, no order. Tomorrow there will be a new order in Siracusa, starting with this new city. Alright, I think the speech has gone on for long enough. Oh! That's not who I was expecting at all. A police officer with an oversized uniform eating a pizza. I am Noemi, training officer at the Nuova Vocini Police Department. Is that pronounced Noemi? Noemi? I want to say Naomi, but the O and the E are in the wrong positions. There's nowhere to run. The other cops have pizzas too? According to the new Urban Management Act, even members of the Dodici Familiae must undergo a background check and standard registration prior to entering Nuova Vocini. Your previous acts of violence are on record, and the violence that you are planning will not go unpunished. Illegal ownership and usage of weapons is a serious crime. Where do you think you are? Nuova Vocini has no place for familiae. Oh, it was a show. Thought I had it all memorized. I don't know why. There are only a few days until the Carnival, Noemi. We need to finish this soon. Is he holding a gun backwards? I can't tell what that is. Sorry, I didn't think that my first task as a trainee would be shooting a movie. Is she actually part of the trainee police? Are you nervous because of the camera, or because the scene in front of you looks real? If it's the former, look at these blokes here. I'm nervous that they'll let slip the names of their favorite pizzerias while trying to say their lines. I worked at my papa's pizzeria before I started police school. In a way, you look good on screen and have a decent memory. You're the best one for the job. If it's the latter, you're a graduate of Syracuse's first police academy. You're gonna have to stare into the eyes of the wise guys at some point. It's your job. Both, I guess. I promised Papa that I'd finish my training to become a cop. I'll get my job done, whatever it is. Let me have another go. Alright, Venetians, here we go for another take. Ah, hello. Ah, this is the Antuso. I forgot that was his name. Very interesting character. It's a shame that he's not a particularly great unit. Excuse me, I believe her name was Penance? Maybe the actress playing the mafiosa should act more intimidating? Show just how far Nuova Vocini has come? Or maybe you don't like how Venezia Trucking is involved in the filming. But at least they have not attempted to challenge Nuova Vocini's new Urban Management Act. They're just providing employees as extras. They didn't even ask for ad space in the promotional video. You know I'm not doing this because I like it. I don't know, you look pretty happy in the limelight. It's almost time to shoot your speech. I'll make sure they know I'm just the acting mayor. Not for long, though. A grand festival, formal inauguration as mayor, a promotional video, your face in every corner of the city so that no one would miss it. We've talked about this, Lavinia. We've done a lot in this new city. We've founded a new city hall, enacted the new Urban Management Act, and put into place policies that exclude the mafioso order. But we've yet to face the big questions head on, from Signora Cecilia and the other familiae that have designs on the new city. Is there a better time than now? Here, at the one-year anniversary of Nova Vocini, we have invited all citizens, even friends from abroad, to come to Nova Vocini. We've revived the word carnival, which has not been used in the last half-century, and given it new meaning in order to demonstrate this country can and will change the old things that bind it, and it starts with this city. But how will painting a target on your back contribute to all that you've said? We need a banner. And the familia of Siracusa are waiting for a target that they can attack and harm. Just because the familia have kept a low profile doesn't mean they've given up on controlling this city. They have their eyes on you. I'm not afraid of them. I won't let them have their way. Not again. I know how you feel, Leon, but what we need right now is not a reckless declaration of war. You need to protect yourself. I don't want to see you. Is there a romance going on here? The trucks will have to be returned to the Union as soon as shooting is done. They're needed for the festival preparations. I know, half a day is as much as the Union can give us. Don't worry, it's all been arranged. I need to go. A lot to do with the courts. Is there trouble? Nothing major, some issues with a few companies' registrations. Their nose for loopholes in the law would put my law school classmates to shame. About dinner. There's leftover pasta in the fridge, help yourself. Wait, are they living together? Maybe they're married? What's happening? I'm so confused. No, what I mean is, I promised to join Dimitri for dinner tonight. I can't avoid him forever. Take care of yourself, Leon. Welcome to a new era for Siracusa. Here! I had to walk 5 blocks and stand in a queue to buy this salami. And this wine is the best from Nono's collection. He's not in any shape to drink anymore. Good, little Taylor, you're a good kid. There's so little to do at night in Nova Vocini. In the old days, on a night like this. Alright then. Cut it out, Lucino. It's so damn dumb. Pardon my language. I just frickin' read right through that without thinking. I warned you last time when you tried to show off the jargon you learned from movies. Imitating a mafioso doesn't make you one. Besides, just get real and stick to tailoring. Yes, sir. Alright, you got your wine and salami. I gotta go. Going already? I thought you'd be pestering us for stories about the Familia again. Nono found out that I was hanging out with you. He doesn't want... Huh. And you want to be somebody? Nono's calling. Everybody respected us and feared us back in the day. Now we're letting an old tailor like Umberto walk all over us. Sure, follow the rules of wherever you end up, but the rule of Nova Vocini is to throw all the old rules out. Even big familia with a seat in the Grey Hall, like the Saluzzo, have to keep their tail firmly between their legs there. How times have changed. Saluso. I'm going in. I just realized he has a belt here that doubles as a ruler. Very interesting. Ah, this is Nano. That's a handsome man. Is that a ruler cane? Come back right away if the customer doesn't have any requests after trying it on. I know this is a special client, and I know you've always wanted to meet the real VIPs. I know, you've said it many times. I'll get your medicine on the way and come back as soon as I've made the delivery. Don't worry, just get some rest. Change is happening around us. Slowly but surely, we can all see it. We are taking back what should have been ours all along. Our lives, our courage. The burden of history weighs heavy. Sometimes we find our meat mired in the past. But we will keep walking. We will never stop. We are still strong. I came here first! You're cutting the line! I like that the helmet has ear guards. Also, very cool character design. Which company do you represent, sir? Sir? Alright. I'm with the Truckers Union. I have important documents that I need Judge Lavinia to take care of today. I have an appointment with her. How important? Will it bring hundreds of millions of florins in investments to Nova Vocini? Well, no. Then it's nothing particularly urgent. I suggest that you remain patient while important business is being discussed behind those doors, involving numbers that you cannot even fathom. That's the biggest contribution you can make to the city. I must remind you, Judge Lavinia, that the law is founded upon the principle of fairness, and no one should receive special treatment. It is difficult not to suspect that you frequently target companies under the Saluso banner out of your own prejudice against us. Did you say prejudice? It is past 9 in the evening, Signor. Did you think I volunteered to do overtime, unpaid, and go through the ordeal of sitting in a room with you, just so I could satisfy my prejudice? Here is Saluso Vino's previous submission for their new winery, which lists 130 security personnel. Here is the revised submission, which instead lists 30 logistics personnel, 50 winemakers, and 50 technical personnel. You don't have to respect me, Signor, but the least you could do is respect the new Urban Management Act and have a modicum of common sense. What will it take for you to stop breathing down our necks? Easy. Nova Vocini welcomes any honest businessman with open arms, but there's no place here for any dishonest familia. Saluso can sell his wine to Lithuania and Colombia, even Ursus, for all I care. But not a single shelf in Nova Vocini will carry wine bearing the label of Saluso's new winery until it passes the qualification audit. I'll give it to you, Judge Lavinia. Not one government or court employee has dared talk to us like this in the entire history of Siracusa. The law of Nova Vocini bends for no one. Get used to it, or things are only going to get harder for you. I've already wasted too much time with Saluso wines today, Signor. Kindly remove yourself from my office, and remove your men from the door, because they're in the way of that lady outside. I heard the impertinence that you showed towards her. She deserves an apology. Very astute. Pardon me, I need a drink. Good evening, Judge Lavinia. Sorry to take up your time, but please take a look at this. It's the dispatch record of the Truckers Union in recent days, recording the driver, cargo, route, and time of every dispatch. There's so much that it took quite a while to put together. I would like you to review it. Thanks. It's very detailed. But why are you asking me to review it? You said logistics around the Carnival is really important, and to be on guard of smugglers. Yes, but it was just a reminder. Besides, you're the president of the Truckers Union, Irene. You can make your own judgment. Oh, you recognize me? It's not like we haven't met before. The most diligent driver in Novo Volsini and the most trusted leader of the Novo Volsini Freight Workers and Truck Drivers Mutual Aid Association. It's always going to be just Truckers Union to us. Without workers and drivers like you, there would be no Novo Volsini. You should all be proud of yourselves. Is this supposed to be Volsinii? Instead of Volsini? I don't know. Thank you. I'll take the report. Thank you for your vigilance. I trust your judgment. Is there anything else? Well, the list of new truck drivers that we submitted last week hasn't been approved yet. I would like to provide my assurance for one of the names on the list. You understand, Irene, why we're very thorough about background checks for truck drivers. Of course. I know logistics is very important in Novo Vicini. We can't give the familiar a chance to get their foot in. A reprobate from Ursus with almost no social relations and whose past is virtually unknown. You do see my concern, right? I promise she has nothing to do with the Mafia, and she's a great driver. Her resume is like this because she's had some hard luck. She really, really needs a job right now. I'm thinking, Judge Lavinia, the laws of Novo Vicini protect us from the Mafia, but our citizens need help, perhaps. Oh, I don't mean to pressure you. You should deal with it whatever way you see fit. You're too wound up, Irene. I can see that you're trying to keep your distance from me. I really like you and Signor Bellone, Judge Lavinia, I really do. Thanks. Same for Summer. Summer? The driver who came with you to Novo Vicini? The one always with a lighter in his hand? You remember? He's my best friend. We came to Novo Vicini a year ago. Back then, City Hall's notice about the Truckers Union had been up for half a month, but no one dared to apply, fearing Mafia reprisals. Summer and I read it a few times and were about to leave when you and Signor Bellone stopped us. You stood before the notice longer than anyone else. We came because we couldn't stay in Sicilia. I remember what you said to me. I don't mean to make this awkward, but my life would be very different without you. I know you don't want the companies to interfere in Novo Vicini's logistics, and I know they haven't given up on it. The result, however, is that the Truckers Union has become the only legal transportation organization, and it is growing by the day. All our drivers have something in their past that they're not proud of before they came to Novo Vicini. Anyway, we're all looking for a fresh start, a second chance. That's why you don't want to be seen too close to City Hall or the courts. Yes. I know, there are many things that will take time to get there. But I promise you that the Mafia will never get a foothold in the Truckers Union. And I voted for Signor Bellone when he ran for mayor. Everyone can see how well he's done as acting mayor for the past year. I'm sure. Oh. Haven't had dinner yet? I'm fine. I'm not hungry yet. I still have some pizza here, if you don't mind that it's gotten a little cold. Freaking everybody loves pizza here, goodness. I can't possibly. Think of it as helping me out. It's too much for me to finish on my own, and we can't very well talk about work on an empty stomach, can we? Besides, there's no greater crime in Syracuse than letting good, authentic pizza go to waste. If you put it that way, I guess it would be rude to refuse. Tell me more about the present state of the Truckers Union, Irene. Oh, okay. I think I'll skip this bunch. Our power comes from the very lives we have created. Our power will protect all that we have built. Oh, there's the diamonds everywhere. Oh my gosh, it's Capone. Gosh dang it, I love voicing these guys. I might just stream all of these stories. I don't have time for it, but I might do it anyway. We'll see. That's the 5th slice of pizza and 3rd glass of juice that you just eliminated. Are you that hungry? Just shut up and drink this concentrated juice. Oddly specific. It's so dang sour. If we screw up this mission because this swill makes me throw up, whose head am I gonna give the boss? Yours? Live with it. I just picked it up off the shelf. Nobody uses this frontage road anyway. Besides, it's just transporting a bunch of tires. What could go wrong? No need to get all worked up about an unimportant job like this. I'm tired of listening to your complaints for the past 2 months, Gambino. Haven't you figured out our new boss yet? Trying too hard to show off in front of him will only have the opposite effect. Fresh meat like us need to prove ourselves not with talk, but with actual results from jobs, even those unimportant ones. Well, ain't you the model employee, Capone? I thought you would at least show a little bit of, I don't know, shame. There's hardly any place for a Sicilian in Syracuse these days. I'm not a Sicilian anymore. It's your shame, not mine. I love that Capone always has that, like, half-lidded sneer of a face, even though he seems like the more honest of the duo. I just want to get my Nova Vocini citizenship sooner rather than later. All the work I put in over the past 6 months, all the guarantee money I paid, and I'm only halfway to the required points. Halfway? You've got 50 more points than I do. Have you been doing community service while I wasn't looking? Shut your crap, Gambino. We're on our last chance and you know it. Keep your eyes sharp on the street. It should be coming any time now. You got any pizza left? Give me one. Cazzo, it's cold. How do you even manage to eat this? Sorry, I'm just thinking about that last line. And the fact that all of these people are hungry for pizza. I'm late. You're late, Leon. I'm sorry, it's been a really busy day. Still working on your inaugural speech? Well, that too. We're planning a birthday party for an entire city. It's not quite the same as planning a party at home, is it? I'm surprised. You still remember. Of course I do. Did you think I was going to forget how you bought ginger ale instead of beer for the banquet and pocketed the difference to buy a car? Well, I guess that did happen. You sound distracted, Dimitri. Do I? It's nothing. I guess it's been too long since we last saw each other. Take care on your way, Leon. Might have taken that as a threat if we weren't in Nova Vocini. Enough joking and hurry up. I'm waiting at the seat by the window. Leon Tuzo hangs up. He has not seen the man on the other end of the phone for a year now. He knows what he wants and how to decline his offer. Leon Tutso shakes his head at the thought of the reunion, which promises to be a less than pleasant one. A beam of light shines on his face. What the? Who drives like that? Wait, that vehicle. His face looks familiar, and I don't know why. Maybe he looks like generic. He's like. He's got the generic shonen protagonist rival character face. Like, he is the Sasuke. Or I forget the name of Asta's rival in Black Clover. Hey, what's going on with my steering wheel? And here we finally get to the car crash. Keep your distance, it's dangerous. Out of the way. Make way for the stretcher. Signora, can you hear me? Hang in there. The ambulance is almost here. Where am I? Stay still, Signore. You've lost a lot of blood. Who is that? The last thing Leon Tutso remembers before he loses consciousness is a blurry yellow silhouette. A taxi. The Carnival has brought countless visitors from Syracuse and beyond, and Novovosini. This taxi does not seem different from any other that carries visitors across the city. Except for the great, strange shadow that it wears. That is a cool image. Not cast by the towering buildings, nor a trick of the neon lights. It is the shadow of a wolf. The taxi slithers through the city like a ghost, carrying a wolf from the wilderness. Slower, Lapland. It's Zaro? What? The ageless, deathless Signore de Lupi, afraid of being thrown out of a car? That's your car I'm worried about. Keep driving it like this and it'll fall apart. We managed to get it fixed when it was just a bunch of scrap metal lying out there in the wilderness. It's strong. Trust it. Or do you not trust my driving skills? I don't fool around with my own life, except when necessary. You don't want the police to find you and throw you in jail, or the mafia to find you and throw you into a meat grinder, do you? At least not yet. We're getting better at reading each other's minds, Zaro. We still have a carnival to go to after all. I thought you would scorn the carnival for lacking in revelry, seeing all the colorful lights and balloons that line the streets. Of course not. Carnival had been a thing for centuries, dating back to when Syracuse was just a backwater province of Lithuanian. The Lupo of Syracuse found that they were still restless and uneasy, even after getting their own city and the Order of the Familia. And so, for a few days in a year, the Familia would run amok in the city, settling scores, fighting over territory, or simply engaging in wanton violence. Assault, arson, robbery, murder. Everything was fair game as long as you had your mask on. The first thing Signora Cecilia did when she came to power was to abolish the festival, but Novovosini has persuaded her to permit its revival. They hoped that reviving the festival without the brutality and cruelty would give this blank slate of a city no meaning, and a sense of belonging for the people who have come to seek out a new life. Is that not Carnival? A wonderful thing? Have we gotten into poetry now? Your showmanship is beyond mortal help yet, Lapland. Just excited about it. I promise that the Reborn Festival will be an unforgettable one for everyone, the Loopy included. I hope you remember our agreement. This round is coming to a close. Do not disappoint me, Lapland. I have to wonder what their deal is. In Il Siracusano, Zaro lost his primary... At least I think it was Zaro. Lost his primary companion and was essentially ostracized. As I said, our battle will continue for thousands upon thousands of years. Well, strap in and hang on. Interesting. Well, I don't have time for much more, but I can at least do this tutorial mission. And maybe one or two other things to sample our new characters. Enjoy the festivities, but don't light yourself on fire. Firework Launcher. After ignition, begins Carnival, periodically dealing arts damage to all allies and enemies within range. Fascinating. Pardon me, I'm gonna take a drink of water.
I won't sleep on the job.
Carnival is about to begin. We'll be able to see the fireworks show soon. Yes, the fuse has already been lit. When the flame reaches the fireworks, they will automatically ignite and Carnival will begin. We must be cautious of enemies trying to halt Carnival in its tracks. Pardon me. Amateur performer. Invisible. An amateur actor participating in Carnival's street theater competition. So I guess in this story, the original Carnival was something like the Purge. As long as you wore your mask, you were free to commit whatever the heck crimes you felt the need to. But now they're trying to make it an actual genuine celebration. So in other words, the original Carnival in this universe was not the average party, but more like a genocide. Or so I understand it. Of course, it had to be a discreet genocide. The crowd that just walked by nearly extinguished the fuse. Dang it, the enemy is hiding in the crowd. I can't tell who's stepping on the fuse. Leave it to me. Is he punching me with his mask? Convenient Eats. Takes less damage, takes up 3 block. Deals physical damage when colliding with allied units. It's just called Convenient Eats? How basic of a name could you get for a food truck? That's like making a store that's just called Cheap Suits. The pizza delivery cart ran over the fuse and the flame was getting weaker. That was no accident, if you ask me. Seems the heavier the enemies are, the more likely they are to extinguish the flame.
Here I am!
The food cart takes up 3 block counts. We'll have to let it pass for now. If the flame goes out, it will take some time to light it again, and Carnival will be delayed. We need more personnel to stop the enemies. Goodness, what a drop. Reinforcements have arrived. We'll help you protect the flame. I don't remember what her accent is. I'm so focused on the Italian ones, I've forgotten what the Russian ones sound like. Seems like we can't damage the food cart at all. Doesn't matter. For now, let's just try and hold it off. The fuse is almost gone. The fireworks will ignite in no time.
Cut them to pieces.
Fireworks are finally lit. The carnival began. During Carnival, even if operators take fatal damage, they can continue to fight, but they can't be healed and will not retreat from the field until Carnival ends. What the heck? Enemies also become more aggressive. All their attacks deal burn damage. However, they lose their invisibility and no longer gain damage reduction bonuses from food carts. This gives us the chance to take them down. I feel like my attacks have gotten stronger, too. That's the effect of the Siracusan fireworks. All operators in the 8 tiles surrounding the fireworks will get attack bonuses. But be careful. Anyone standing within the fireworks blast range will suffer burn damage. Fireworks amount is limited. Once they burn out, Carnival will end. Hey there, Faiku! You missed all the fun voice acting. I was actually thinking of closing this down soon. But we'll see. Uh-oh, the enemies are advancing toward the fireworks. They're trying to put them out and end Carnival early. Protect the fireworks!
Here's something yummy for you!
You don't seem to understand your situation here. You've fallen into my trap. I can smell...
Anyone hungry?
I don't know what to expect here.
Please stop arguing! I'm good to it!
Accidentally popped the balloon that was floating by. But it looks like popping balloons will extend the duration of the fireworks. That means as long as we keep popping balloons, the fireworks will keep going. Carnival won't end. Let's see who can pop more balloons. I'll go first. Oh shoot, maybe I shouldn't have put down Romeo yet.
Anyone hungry?
Shut up.
Don't underestimate the people of the wilderness.
Mission accomplished.
Nice. Very interesting mechanics.
Nice. If you were born in Siracusa, you would have been a great hunter.
What? Huh? Crown Slayer's talking to us suddenly. The colored area is the fireworks range in the corresponding stage. You can choose a firework demo from the list on the right to customize the range. Select this demo from the list on the right. Next, select a demo with an appropriate launch angle. The fireworks will then be launched within the indicated range. Fireworks can also be launched in overlapping areas. The demos currently in use will be listed below. You can tap to quickly disassemble them. You can toggle the map switch to enter map mode. This allows you to preview the firework effects in the current stage. Once your design is complete, tap here to save it. That is wild. What is this? During Carnival, new fireworks commissions will arrive every day. Select the first commission. Here is the fireworks pattern for the commission. Your task is to choose the appropriate firework demos to fill in the empty grids in the pattern, but be sure to avoid the blocked out grids marked with black X's. Ooh, these puzzles are always interesting. The list on the right shows the demos you can use. Each demo has different active grids and multiple rotation angles. Active grids of different demos can overlap with each other. There's a limit to how many fireworks and firework demos you can have at one time, so pay attention to the number of slots at the bottom. If you run into trouble, you can ask the Zealous Courier for some ideas, and she'll point out a firework demo you can use. Frickin' gosh dang it, spell check. Get better spell check, Arknights. Once you've completed the firework pattern designated by the commission, tap here to submit it and obtain your reward. Nailed it. That's fun. I like that. Take care not to lose your way when sailing through a bog. I guess we should do the first mission, if nothing else. So, Faiku, you weren't here for the character drawing. I got Lapland on the first free draw. Not even the 10 draw. The first draw. The free one. I got Lappy. Unfortunately, I had to do a lot of draws to get, Vulpes Foglia was her name, I think? I had to do a lot of draws to get her, unfortunately. But yeah, I got Lapland on first attempt, and then I got another duplicate of Lapland in my attempts to get Vulpes Foglia. I believe I also got Figurino fairly early, but I don't remember for certain.
Trust me, I'm capable of handling field operations.
Okay, who else should we add to the crew here? Let's see, they said characters under the effects of Carnival cannot die, right? Figurino S2 is expensive as heck. Yes, it is. I'll take Jolie and Executor, where I really need to level up. If it comes down to it, I'll take these two. Actually, why not bring Penance? And for laughs, Senshi. Let's bring Vigil as my other Vanguard. Are there any Siracusan archers? I want Capone in my crew, man. I love the guy. I don't know why, but I think Capone's a great character, and I want him in my crew. Let's go with Cruise Kingland. Why not? Let's go with Fallenik, because she's involved with Suzerain. And try out Texas's new skin.
Medical support ready. I'll protect everyone's life.
This is a much more overpowered team than I would usually use on a mission this early, but it's also chaotic. Let's go for it. What are you shipping? Wine. Waybill number? SZ990183. What's the company? Sorry, don't know what you mean. The goods you're hauling there, what corporation owns them? How's that hard to understand? You must be new. Doesn't understand how things work around here. It's alright, listen and learn. You should ask, what familia are you with? You... Sorry, signore, what's the company? Saluzzo Vino. Right, your information checks out. Go on ahead. Don't look at me like that, and don't try to bring the old ways over here. Look at the sign above the port. You're in Nuovo Vocini. Hey Faiku, do you know if it's Vocini or Vocinii? The Metropolitans. Interesting. We get a little animated title bit there. Oh, hey, look, we're outside of Night City now. Hanging out in Pan Am's camp. Boss, you came just in time. I got something to discuss with you. We're not taking any trucks out today. We're gonna fix up the roads around camp. If Sandro blows another tire next time he backs up, he'll have no one to blame but his own bad luck. Also, the custom-made tent has arrived. We're planning to set it up near the western exit. The new campsite is huge. There's room for the awning, water purification system, and barbecue grill. It's in a relatively quiet area, which should help the new recruits adjust more easily. I also added an outdoor projector screen so that the people in the camp can enjoy a little entertainment. When I have time, I'll go rent some Rankwood films. I know what you're gonna say, no mafia flicks. By the way, I heard City Hall has already started building a new resettlement area. Well, they better hurry up, otherwise I might not want to move out when the time comes. Right now, the trucks can only park in the camp. Everyone has to live in the trucks. It's really inconvenient, especially for guys with families. But at least we don't have to deal with those big families anymore. These trucks belong to us. Standing together to protect them gives us a sense of security. Right. Sometimes I look at the camp over there and think, who would believe that this was a barren wasteland just a year ago? By the way, boss, why didn't you come back last night? You all distracted me. I almost forgot what I was doing here. Bring me the district heads. Sandro, Ginter, Summer. Summer isn't here. Huh? Isn't he off work today? I told him so many times already. I get why he wants to bring Guri to Nuovo Vicini for treatment as soon as possible. Guri's my little sister, too. I told him I'd do my part to help. I told him to stop taking extra long hauls all the time. Boss, don't get mad. It's probably not what you think. What about the unlucky loner? She isn't here either. I haven't seen her since last night. That's weird. Whatever, gather up everybody still in camp. We need to help Judge Lavinia investigate some things. I think I know who the unlucky loner is. That's a beautiful building, and that building being there oddly makes this look like Utah's Temple Square. With that being the corner of the square, and this area over here being the convention center. This is a hotel or a parking garage, I can't remember which. And this is City Creek Mall. Of course, this is not actually what that area looks like, it's just having this here on the corner reminds me of that. The cordoned-off area has turned the bustling street quiet. Bloodstains mingle with the tire tracks on the ground as police officers rush back and forth. Nuovo Vicini is not as rainy as the other cities in Siracusa. Without the rain to obscure it, the accident scene stands out all the more strikingly. Have you made any more progress? The surveillance around here is broken, so we could not obtain any video footage. We were forced to scour the area for physical evidence. I have to wonder why he's holding his gun backwards. Here you can see the tire marks left by Signor Ballone's car and the other vehicle that has since left the scene. The collision occurred at a corner where there's a bad blind spot. There's also a traffic light there though, so the two cars shouldn't have collided. And yet both veered oddly at almost the same moment. That's when Signor Ballone's car was struck by the other vehicle, which quickly fled the scene. It may have been a routine traffic accident, but we cannot exclude the possibility that it was... Yes. Have you learned anything new about our mystery vehicle? It's just as we concluded last night. A large box truck of some sort. I see. Delivery trucks, shuttle buses, fire trucks, specialized construction vehicles. Box trucks of this size are rare in Nuovo Vicini. I've already asked Irene to help me investigate. The truck drivers are much better equipped than we are to find clues. Sorry, my phone dinged. I wanted to make sure I didn't get a text message. Judge Lavinia, Signor Bologna. The fractures and internal bleeding have been addressed through surgery, but the severe concussion has left the patient in a coma, at least for now. This looks like a really nice hospital room. In a sense, we can't say the patient is out of mortal danger yet. Well, will he recover? As a doctor, I will not promise anything. However, as a citizen of Nova Vocini, I sincerely hope Signor Bologna makes a full recovery, and I'll do my best to make that happen. I wish you the best of luck, Judge Lavinia. Hey, Faiku, do you know if they have a romance going on? Because, like, he was gonna mention something about dinner to Lavinia, and she mentioned having leftovers in the fridge, as if they're living together. But I don't remember a circumstance that would lead to them living together. Then again, I forgot the two know each other really well because their families were allied once. In fact, his family was her main sponsor for a while. I forgot about that. So it could be that they're just close friends. They did it. They made a move. Judge Lavinia, should we go grab some of the mafiosi and then... Don't even think about it. That's the familiar's way. It is not our way. Forgive me, but I think if anyone had a reason to harm Signor Bologna, it would be one of those familiar bastards. We shall find the culprits, no matter who they are. They must be brought to justice. But who could it be? The Salusos? The Venetias? The Medicis? The Leotis? Lavinia turns her gaze to the restaurant on the corner. The restaurant is small, and the seats by the window face the middle of the road. Dmitri invited me to dinner tonight, and I promised him I'd be there. I can't keep avoiding him forever, Lavinia. Leon, what is wrong with all this? Signor Antonio, I've already trimmed the stray fur on your ears and tail. The next step is applying the conditioner. This might take a little while. Feel free to close your eyes and rest for a spell. No problem, you just do your thing. Is this your first time here? Yes, it is. Carl said if your own personal nurse had not fallen ill, well, in any case, it's my honor to serve you today. Don't be nervous, you're doing a great job. Thank you. Our family has spent generations studying lupo fur. We started as traveling craftsmen and eventually opened the first grooming center. It's been hundreds of years, and we've gathered plenty of expertise along the way. Lupo fur is generally coarse with inner and outer layers, while Pero fur is much finer and softer. At first glance, they may seem similar, but in reality, they're worlds apart. That's why I specially formulated this conditioning treatment for you. Its blend of rich botanical essences can help firm up the fur while still retaining key nutrients. What do you think? Do you like it? Of course. You've put so much care into this whole thing. Why wouldn't I be happy with it? Signor Antonio, you are kind and gentle. You're not at all as scary as Carl said. I think there must have been some misunderstanding. I'm just a simple businessman. Who would do business with a scary man? By the way, Signor Antonio, would you like to try a semi-permanent styling for your ears and tail? That way their shape will be more defined and look better. Plus, no one will be able to tell you onto Lupo. Oh, hold on. Aren't a Lupo? Oh, shoot. He looks... I think... Wasn't Antonio the father of Lapland? I thought he was. But this guy looks completely different. It sounds like you have strong opinions about my ears and tail. That guy looks cool. He does. He looks really cool. Well, I heard Carl say you wanted to look more like a Lupo. Huh. You mean to say that I, as a lowly Pero, should rather look more like my own race? What kind of beast crap are you talking? Carl? I just wanted to show Signor Antonio here. That's enough. Shut your face. Get out of here. Scusa, Antonio. Don't worry about it. Not your fault. Poor guy. He was doing so well. Here's our shipping invoice for this month. Antonio quickly scans the invoice and puts an X on the signature line. A batch of tires is arriving at the warehouse today, and you're in charge of inspection, aren't you? Why are you still at the estate? I'll head over right away. Don't worry, nothing will go wrong. Who's speaking here? Where are we? Wait. Let me go! Why did you bring me here? Quiet, ragazzo. Oh, it's Gambino. Quiet, ragazzo. Keep yelling. My throat's not doing so well at this point. Keep yelling and I'll color the rest of your face to match that black eye. Capone, keep an eye on him. I gotta go tell the boss. Boss, we got a problem. There was a car accident at the port last night. Leontuzzo got hurt. The acting mayor? That's big news, but what does it have to do with us? The truck that hit Leontuzzo was hauling our tires. It drove off before we could even answer. The man paces the room, his heavy footsteps drowning out the sound of his labored breathing. He walks over to the large oak cask and quickly downs 3 cups of brandy. Antonio, right now you should be... His voice keeps changing, I'm sorry about that. Wait. I despise impatience. It clouds our judgment. Were there witnesses at the scene? Just one. Capone and I brought him back here. Good work. Now listen to me carefully. First, keep an eye on everyone in the household. If anyone goes somewhere they shouldn't be going, or is doing a job they shouldn't be doing, bring them to me immediately. Keep a close watch on the other familiae in the city. The Saluzos, the Medicis, the Leotis. Figure out which familia seems the most nervous. They're the ones who made the move on Leontuzzo. I want to know who at this particular moment in time is so eager to upset the apple cart. And the truck from the accident. Are we just not gonna look for it, or...? Go look for it, but don't do anything too drastic. As long as the truck itself wasn't defective, what does it matter who was driving? What cargo was being transported, or how it's connected to Venezia trucking? Go and reassure some of our other friendly truck drivers. Those long haulers are more prone to losing their composure than the average man. Alright, I'll get right to it. Wait a second, Carl. Is it Carl or Carle? Gambino, you handle this. Bring some of the boys with you. You got it, boss. Antonio, I'm sorry. It was my mistake. No one could have predicted that sort of thing would happen. You're supremely talented, Carl. You've been in this familia longer than I have. You oversee half the vehicle repair stations in Montelupe. If I were you, I'd probably be wondering myself, however would that Pero Antonio get so many opportunities, getting to manage the business of the new city on his own, if he hadn't married the old man's daughter? Who? I don't... Listen to me, Carl. All the cities, including Nova Vocini, have to follow the rules. Those who do not follow the rules, well, they don't get to walk away with decency. This is what the Don told me, and now I'm telling it to you. Please give me another chance, Antonio. The Don should arrive in Nova Vocini in the next day or two. I don't want him to be bothered with this nonsense, got it? Of course, Signore. Thank you. Wait a second. There's one more thing we need to discuss. That grooming specialist I had just now. I really don't like him. That's a shame. I thought he loved him just a moment ago. Sorry, I was noticing his sword. I thought it was a cane or something. But it was actually a huge sword. I got it. I'll fire him at once. No, I didn't mean that I dislike his work. I don't like him, personally. I got it. You won't see him again. Poor guy. Did you find it? Nope. We looked through several parking lots, but didn't find any trucks that looked like they had been in an accident. The Truckers Union owns thousands of vehicles, and almost none of them have been idle these past few days. If we checked them one by one, we wouldn't finish until after Carnival was over. Boss, Judge Lavinia asked you to help find clues, but now you're targeting the Truckers Union? It's almost like you think one of us hit the mayor's car. When it comes to big box trucks in Nova Vocini, who is more involved than us? There are plenty of other groups involved. There are the vehicle factories, the repair stations, the Nova Vocini port. Besides, none of our trucks passed through that intersection at the time of the accident. Alright, Pedro. Obviously, I do not believe the folks from the Union would do something like that. This is just for peace of mind. Signor Bologna and Judge Lavinia are both good people, are they not? Proving that we had nothing to do with this will save them a lot of time and effort. It'll help the police solve the case faster and find the real culprit. That's true. By the way, have you gotten in touch with Summer? He's covering several districts in the south, so having him check things out would be quicker. Not yet. Strange. Never mind, let's focus on what's at hand first. Alright, we'll keep searching. Who is it? Check out this guy. Irene? It's me. Summer, you've been here in the camp? Didn't you hear what we were talking about? Why didn't you come out? Why are your clothes all torn? And what's with the scratches on your face? What's going on? Last night. That truck that hit Leon Tutso last night. Don't tell me. Yes, I was the driver. I'm gonna guess some kind of mind control. He doesn't seem like he wanted to do that. Either that, or someone made him do it somehow, and he regrets it and wants to tell her.
Ah, the parade's here.
Oh shoot, 14 to drop her in. I didn't realize she was so expensive. Same for him. No, not him. Her first.
Splendida giornata quest'oggi. At least make me lose the coat.
Don't make this harder than it needs to be.
The wolf has a hat. I love it. Let's see what Texas's moves look like here, just for
This
fun.
hunt has dragged on for too long.
Heck yeah! That's pretty
Moving
neat.
to designated
I like
location.
Not even a stirring of flowers and bite. The lady in suit and tie dance with her blade.
Oh yeah, I forgot they take burn damage from this.
Relax, the targets aren't that bad.
I only brought one healer. Oh well.
Permission to attack has been granted.
Oh yeah, and they also can't heal while this is in effect. Oh well. Shoot.
I am fighting for flowers and bite. The lady in suit and tie dance with her blade.
Ready with the needle. No matter what, there is no such thing as absolute justice. But I still invoke it.
Hate and resentment have no place, but in a burst of autumn wrath.
Time to take measurements. Gotta keep your back straight.
Mission accomplished.
Who told you to keel over?
What a line to end on. Who told you to keel over? That wasn't a bad first attempt. I got to use just about everyone I was hoping to use. Cool. I sent Pedro and the others away, so no one will be coming to the camp for now. Irene, you were with Judge Lavinia last night. Do you know how badly Leon Tuso is injured? See, they were able to rescue him from the crash site last night, but his condition is not good. The trucker slumps into the chair like a deflated balloon, covering his face with his dirty gloves. He's still so young and such a good man. Please don't let anything happen to him. I really... What happened, actually? Was it an accident? I don't know. I was just driving along, and all of a sudden my steering wheel wouldn't turn right. I didn't have time to react and crashed the truck. By the time I came to, it was all over. But even if you panicked at the moment, you shouldn't have left a critically injured person by the roadside and driven away. Do you realize that if first responders had arrived just a few minutes later, Leon Tuso would have... I know you're not like that. Sorry, Irene. I really wanted to help him. I know I should have helped him. I'm not a bad guy. But I had to drive off. Why? Summer, talk to me. What was in that truck? Irene's voice starts to tremble. The driver, slumped in his chair, looks pale. I'm sorry, Irene. Summer, who were you driving that truck for? Venezia Trucking. Familia Venezia. The silence hangs in the air for what seems like forever. Then Irene finally speaks. Is this because of Goody? Don't try to justify it, Irene. I know I made a huge mistake. Why? Why go to them rather than seek help from the truckers' union? You're the most senior trucker in the union. You know how unique our situation is in Nova Vicini. Both City Hall and the Familia are watching us like hawks. Irene, we all know how expensive Aripathy medication is. Besides, once I bring Guri to Nova Vicini, between settling her in and getting her into a good school, who knows how much all of that will cost. I'm here too, aren't I? I can help. You're the one who saved me back in Sicilia. Guri's my sister, too. Irene, the Union can't help me fix this. So you're gonna do it by yourself? No. Goods shipped in from other cities or shipments between local merchants, every item we touch must be registered in advance. In the past 6 months, I've personally reviewed every single schedule and we've passed all routine inspections. How could you alone have managed to... Could it be that... I'm not doing this alone, Irene. The Truckers' Union has been infiltrated. So none of you know where Summer went? Is it possibly already run back to Sicilia under cover of darkness? I mean, he did hit the acting mayor's car, you know. The police are going to throw everything they have at this case. Will we be exposed? Smuggling contraband is a red line for City Hall, especially since we were doing it to help you. No, this has nothing to do with Venezia Trucking. What? You mean you're gonna tie up all the loose ends? Tie up loose ends? Spoken like a true wise guy. But no, I'm not. Relax. Do you see me carrying any weapons? Just keep your mouth shut and everything will be fine. Capiche? But what if the cops start breathing down our necks? We've been hiding this stuff from Irene and getting sweated by City Hall all this time. If something really does happen, you can't just wash your hands of all this. If you really want to pick nits here, we are even less to blame. Venezia Trucking has never violated the new Urban Management Act, nor has it ever tried to infiltrate the Truckers' Union or interfere with Nuovo Vocini's logistics system. What do you mean? Summer wants to bring his daughter here to treat her for her ripethy, right? He already found a good hospital, but he can't afford to pay for the treatment. Excuse me. Instead, he's using Union trucks as private hospital vehicles to help the logistics department transport goods. Private hospital vehicles? Venezia Trucking is at the bottom of the list when it comes to that hospital's financial backers. We have no connection to Summer apart from being in the same city. No, that's not true. And you're just a drunk who can't even sit up straight in the driver's seat half the time. You had to secretly hire someone to drive for you just to keep your job. We signed the service agreement, I'll have you know. I'm just a driver for hire trying to make some extra cash. I was sick. They had to put me on painkillers. You got some kind of leverage over every single truck driver you approach. Nuovo Vocini values the rule of law. We can go to court and present the evidence piece by piece. Then we'll see whose hands are clean. You people even scarier without weapons. Really? I'm glad you say that, because I used to think I looked like a dork quoting laws like that. Alright, calm down everyone. Enough threats, let's just fix this. You guys go find our tires and we'll handle the rest. How long has it been? They found me 6 months ago. I reckon that they'd already dealt with a few dozen other drivers before then. What choice did we have? Running even one shipment for them pays more than we earn in a month. Besides, if we don't cooperate, they have plenty of ways to push us right out of the city. After Signora Cecilia took power, she implemented all these reforms in all of Siracusa's cities. The cunning guys adapted to the new rules far faster than we did. You speaking for yourself or for others? Irene, I beg you, help us. I promise you, once Carnival is over, we'll never smuggle anything for those goons ever again. You can turn me in, but please, you have to help the others. They really had no choice but to... The list of names. What? Don't try and fool me. If you guys were doing this stuff, you had to have made a list of names. Give it to me. At least tell me how many of you there are. Then I'll try and see what I can do. Summer puts down the lighter he has been clutching and begins searching through his pockets. Summer, why do you still have that lighter? I thought you quit smoking. It was a gift from you. I'm used to carrying it around. I'm guessing that's the lighter right there? Actually, I found it lying around near the supermarket. There's no way I could afford to buy such an expensive lighter. Do you remember? After Guri's mother passed away, you took over that supermarket, managing the business while raising your child. Then one day you found me homeless at your doorstep. You always say you just took in a delivery driver and cashier who didn't ask for a salary, but I know you actually gave me a place to stay. A home. Later, Familia Taco set their sights on us. They were just a small family, but even after we stocked their products, they wouldn't let up. They threatened us, demanding we remove their competitors' items from the shelves. We told them we'd consider their request, but then that same night, a huge fire broke out in the supermarket, which is how Guri contracted erypathy. That's all in the past. Why are you bringing it up now? I found it. Here you are. Carmelo Gianni Ruggiero. What a surprise. Sorry. Don't say any more, Summer. Go to the storehouse. There's a wooden crate behind that truck that's being repaired. Bring it to me. But that's everything you own, isn't it? Alright. Alright. Summer, what you don't know is, I found that lighter right next to the scene of the supermarket fire. We came to Novo Vicini because we had nothing. Everyone makes mistakes at some point. But I can't let you destroy all of this. Does she have ulterior motives, or does she know he does? Judge Lavinia, I'm here to see Leon. I need to ask you all a favor. Do not disclose Leon's condition to outsiders. This info is strictly need to know. Sure, I understand. Of course, people already know. Seems I'm in the right place. Who are you looking for? This is a special ward. You can't just barge in here. No, it's okay. Let her come in. Well then, I'll get going. Please find me if you need anything. Oh, it's Texas! Texas? Long time no see. Long time no see. I just grabbed from the Milifolia and macaroni downstairs. Have a bite if you're hungry. I'll keep an eye on the Untold Zone for now. I received your invitation. We never heard back from you. We assumed you weren't planning to return to Novo Vicini. I was busy. Croissant is busy pushing bison. I almost said bison. Forgive me. Croissant is busy pushing bison into organizing some new international project. Sora is only halfway through her tour of Siracusa, and Exusier, who knows where she's run off to this time. I've been managing Penguin Logistics myself this whole time, with far fewer staff and no fewer orders. Besides, these crowded celebrations really don't excite me. I prefer just stopping by when I'm on a delivery, assuming it's on the way. Then what brings you here today? What can I do? I have a boss who loves a good crowd. One night, he happened to spot that invitation and had me pack my bags on the spot. He's very interested in the themed party you're hosting. He cleared his calendar, shut down the ends of the earth for 2 weeks, and dragged me here all the way from Lungmen. Relax, Lavinia. You seem so tense. Texas seems so much more chatty. Leon, I've been briefed on it. It wasn't an accident. The police are still investigating. I just got back from the scene. I don't think it was an accident. Persons of interest? Yes. The usual suspects? Uh-huh. Why? On the night of the Carnival Parade, Leon was supposed to officially announce his appointment as mayor of Nuovo Vocini at the front of the procession. It's not a strange decision per se, but he did seem a bit too eager. Even if he abandoned his family, he is still Bernardo Bellone's son. 1 year is not enough for people to forget the turmoil Bernardo once stirred in Vocini. Staying behind the scenes makes it easier for him to keep the government functioning. This is the safest approach. It's much better than him changing clothes, putting down his defensive staff, and stepping back into the spotlight. Nuovo Vocini has only been around for a year, and he's barely managing to hold on to his position as acting mayor, even with Signora Cecilia's backing. I told him all of this already. Right. Lavinia, your comms device has been flashing for a while now. Did they find new evidence? No, it's a message from the court. We have a case. That's kind of tricky? Uh-huh. Honestly, I understand why Leon was in such a hurry. This year, the changes in Nuovo Vocini can be seen with the naked eye. Many things that once existed only in our imagination have now become a reality. Isn't that what Signora Cecilia wanted? Well, but it's not enough. Not nearly enough. Oh, the yawns. We must show our presence to promote more changes. So I stopped trying to persuade him, but then... You're still the same as before. No, even more naive than back then. It's kind of nice. Texas, do you want to come with me? To the court? You know I'm not interested in crowded celebrations, much less official duties involving mountains of paperwork. I'm going to stay here and assure Leon's safety. Right now, there's no one better suited to the job, right? Thank you, Texas. To be honest, if you had stayed with me in Nuovo Vocini back then, I told you before, when my friends are in trouble, I'll come to help. I'm here, aren't I?
A trial in all its vaunted glory will not bring about any substantive change. It matters more what we do after the trial. Doctor, I've seen what you've done, and find it praiseworthy.
Well, I think I nailed her voice aside from the accent. I'll have to try and get that accent down. Lazy charge unlocked, huh? Configure fireworks with different types of gunpowder charge to get different effects. You can switch between charge types here. This is your current charge type. You can swap it out if you wish. Gain up to plus 50 attack speed tenacity. Max bonus is reached when 70% HP is lost. That was freaky charge. We have lazy charge. All allies and enemies within range have minus 70 attack speed, and enemies have minus 70% movement speed. It slows the heck out of things. I think I'll stick with freaky charge. Oh, with that said, I do not have time for any more.
Ciao, Doctor. I can hear your footsteps even with my ears folded.
It's quiet in here. Not afraid to miss the excitement outside? This bed is so soft, and the air...
Doctor, no. I know it's polite to look at the person you're talking to. I'm not looking out the window. It's just...
Doctor. I can hear your footsteps even with my ears folded.
Well, alright. That'll be it for this evening. Very cool, very fun. Looking forward to more. For now, thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. You may find my YouTube and Discord in my Twitch profile if you are interested in other content or updates, or if you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, you may find my Twitch at the Winter Prince 52. Tomorrow, I don't know what I'll stream, if anything. We'll see. I might stream this, I might stream Palworld, I might stream Hollow Knight. But for now, I need to get going, and I'm sure some of you do as well. So thanks again, everyone. I love you all, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. Goodbye.